Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to True Squadron and Building Scarif in LEGO Week 4. Now, as you saw from that little intro, I decided to do something a little different, to try a little bit of stop motion and kind of infuse a little bit of Batman in there. I know it's kind of weird, it's a LEGO Star Wars channel, but lately I've been really wanting to make a Batman mock, specifically the Batcave from either the newest The Batman movie or from Zack Snyder's Justice League. Or Batman v Superman, same thing. But I really want to make a Lego Batman mock, but that's not really here about. I just kind of wanted to make something really fun that would just kind of excite me. But yeah, we're back again with week 4 of Building Scarif in Lego. And this week is all about army building. And that's a big part of a massive mock. You have to have a large amount of figures. And then we're going to be building upon our Imperial army this week, as you kind of saw from the intro a little bit. So I hope you all enjoyed this week's episode. Remember to like and subscribe for future Lego Star Wars content and maybe some Batman content in the future. And let's just get right into this. All right, guys, for this week's episode, we're going to be focusing on army building. Now, as you can see here, I have a couple different Imperial sets that I recently got that will be perfect for starting to build more of our Imperial army for Scarif. Now, of course, this set comes with the Imperial Marauder, comes with 3 Stormtroopers, which is 1 Artillery Trooper and 2 regular Stormtroopers. Will be awesome for kind of starting our army, kind of building upon it. So we have 2 sets here, and then we also have a TIE Fighter, which comes with actually some really awesome minifigures with the TIE Fighter pilot and the NIL-8 droid, which I want to put on Scarif, like in one of the Imperial bases, and then a Stormtrooper, another Stormtrooper as well. So this will be a good start for our army building going on in this week's episode. But I want to show y'all what we have building for our army for Scarif. Okay, I just built all the Imperial minifigures from the 3 sets that I showed y'all. Of course, we have a bunch of Stormtroopers and the 2 Mortar Troopers and the other things here. But now, let's combine it with all the Imperial army I'm going to use, or the Garrison, I should say, for Scarif right now. Now, here we have the full Imperial Garrison that we will have for Scarif. Now, I really wanted to show this off to you guys just to explain all the infantry and show everything that will be taking place inside this entire mock. Now, if we back off over here, you can see that each little square that we have here is displayed with 12 troopers. So our first 3 squares of troopers is our just regular Imperial Stormtroopers. Now these will serve as the main grunts of the mock, mostly being shot down and fighting the rebels that are sneaking around and trying to distract from the main plan that's actually going on at Scarif. And then of course we have our Shore Troopers. Now the Shore Troopers are a type of trooper that are just native to the beaches. I wouldn't say native, but they are just supposed to fight on beaches and beachfronts on Imperial landscapes throughout the galaxy. So these guys are really cool. Definitely a good amount, having 12. Would love to have more, but they're so expensive. So this would be a great amount, kind of spread them out throughout the entire mock. Now we have another section of 12 of Stormtroopers. Now, of course, we're using the newer molded Stormtroopers. So I just kind of like these a little better because they're just, I do like the other one too, but this one just has a little more detail I really do love about it. Now, if we go back here, we have another section of 12, which is the Imperial Death Troopers. Now, these guys will be special forces that will go throughout the mock, kind of in a specialized area, trying to take out a special group of rebels that we'll see throughout the mock when we get there. And in the back over here, we have some Imperial Technicians. So really awesome. I really have some nice custom weapons that they're all holding. These 2 guys are more like the more commander versions, or they just have extra padding and a little weaponry as well. And they have custom weapons. So these guys are really sick. I do love the Imperial Death Troopers. And then we have another section of Stormtroopers. And then we go to the left here, we actually have our Imperial TIE Fighter pilots. Now these guys will be going throughout the mock and piloting the TIE Strikers and getting into all the TIE Fighters and stuff that'll be in the little landing bays. So this is really cool. Gotta love these different kind of versions of the TIE Fighter pilots. Now I don't know exactly why. Let me know down in the comments below why these guys have stripes going down their helmets and some don't. I just watching the New Hope the other day, I noticed that there was these stripes going down their helmets, but I didn't actually notice before because I thought like when these guys came out in Rogue One, I thought it was like a special type of TIE Fighter pilots, but no. They actually were all the way back in New Hope, so really cool. Got 12 of those hitting here for the mock. Now if we go back even more, we have another section of 12 of Imperial Stormtroopers, and in the next section is all of our Imperial officers and crewmen kind of in the back there that will be kind of walking around the inner parts of the Imperial corridors inside of the actual base and Scarif. And then of course, we have another section of more Stormtroopers. Of course, you cannot have enough Stormtroopers. And here we have our Imperial Scout Trooper area. Of course, we don't see Scout Troopers actually in Scarif, but I really want to include these guys a little bit, kind of not in the main battlefront, but kind of in the background a little bit, kind of patrolling the area and allowing making sure no other rebel troopers get behind their lines. Now, this final section of Imperial Troopers we have here are 3 Mortar Troopers that we saw earlier in the video and more Stormtroopers. Now, I want to include the Mortar Troopers just because they're pretty sick looking, you know. I love the yellow on the Stormtrooper armor, and I want to just add them in on the battlefields. So yeah, guys, here is the massive Imperial Garrison that will be going through Scarif. Now, of course, there's Scarif. All of it's still being worked on, and we still have so much more to do with this entire area over here, and even more over here. We actually have some Batman stuff. Ooh, really cool. I actually do want to make a Batman mock, side note. Gonna make a Batman mock, either from the Justice League or from the Batman, because I'm liking, I can't decide, but we'll go to that later. But here we have the Imperial Garrison. Really, really awesome. I love this kind of layout. And there's another fun way to display your figures if you can kind of just make it into kind of squares that you can't really tell if you're just kind of looking at it, but just makes it spacing out your armies way better. Just kind of doing it this way. So yeah, here we are, guys, the Imperial Garrison for Scarif. Hope y'all enjoyed this little video on this week's update. There's unfortunately no building. I just wanted to make sure that we get the army set up and everything is going all great with that. So yes, guys, we'll see y'all next week in Building Scarif, and I hope y'all have a great day. I'll talk to you next time.